Hola, ¿cómo están? And what is going on, guys? DarkScheme here, and today I'll be talking to you guys a little bit about recent news for Call of Duty on the next Call of Duty. Now, there has been a few rumors and speculation on what it might be. I've talked about one, which was talking about Call of Duty in space. And recently there's been rumors and a little bit more information on that Call of Duty title being Infinite Warfare. That is the title of the game, and that is all but confirmed at this point. There's a lot pretty much pointing to that. But also the rumor of a kind of remastered collection of Call of Duty, at least the Modern Warfare games. So it would be Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. That's the first game. Then it would be Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Now, there are a few other pieces of information pointing towards that, but I'm here to kind of tell you why it is happening. Whether it's happening this year or next year or at any point, it will happen. And I kind of had this discussion with somebody, and here is the reason why I believe it is happening. One of the first reasons is, for those who haven't really noticed, there has been a kind of revitalization of certain games from older generations of consoles to the newer generation. The biggest example is Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Unfortunately, that did have some problems, as every single game that they did port over through the Master Chief Collection was running on a different Halo engine. And it was kind of just hard to force that onto Xbox One, and it kind of had its problems. It still has its issues now, and unfortunately the population for that game isn't really there. But seeing as Call of Duty has kind of been on a yearly cycle, and with going from Treyarch to Infinity Ward, it isn't too far off. The Call of Duty engine kind of lasted for a good while on one cycle, and I believe Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3 are all on the same Call of Duty engine. I think the one that might only be the one that's not on the same engine might be Modern Warfare 3. Aside from that, the biggest reason why I believe it's happening is because, like I said, a ton of different games are kind of remastering their collection and reselling their collection for this current generation of consoles, Xbox One, PS4, and even on PC. There's been games that come out, and then they come out with DLC, and they come out with a quote-unquote definitive edition, which comes with pretty much everything. So a remastered collection for Call of Duty would not be too surprising to see, especially one that has so much going for it and so many people saying, man, I really wish they would just bring back Call of Duty 4 with its basic movement. So that is just one of my opinions on why I believe it's happening. Another one is because as we further ourselves into Call of Duty, every single Call of Duty is different, and every single experience of Call of Duty from here on out has to be something completely different and extremely dynamic. It needs to be diverse, and we've seen that. We've gotten Advanced Warfare, which was kind of the first step towards that quote-unquote futuristic and more complex mechanics that could be in Call of Duty, and then Black Ops 3 kind of brought that back, but kind of made it a little bit more simplistic. They didn't go all out like Advanced Warfare did. They kind of brought it back to what it usually is for Call of Duty, which is running and gunning, with of course that thruster, and wall running is there. It's just not forced on you so that you have to use it. If you want to use it, you can definitely do that, and it makes for some interesting gameplay. But for the most part, if you wanted to play Black Ops 3, it's not that far off to just playing like a regular Call of Duty game. So, where am I going with this? Where am I going with all this complex Call of Duty talks as the mechanics get a little bit more complex, a little bit more diverse? Well, once Call of Duty kind of establishes these mechanics within the game, there's going to be a lot of fluff that's there for people. At the moment, there kind of is a little bit of that with a ton of different things like the black market with the supply drops and also the game mechanics. There's just so much going on there that some people kind of just want that vanilla experience, that just running and gunning, no wall running, no thrusting. You just have your regular sprint, you shoot some guys. That's pretty much the basics of what Call of Duty is. That is the vanilla experience. And one of the reasons why I think this will be a good time for Call of Duty to make a remastered, or at least a Modern Warfare remastered collection, is because the nostalgia factor. The nostalgia factor is definitely one of those things where you look back at it and you think to yourself, man, I really want to play some Call of Duty 4 once again. And you kind of go back to it, and most of the time that experience is always different, and you think to yourself, man, how did I play this game And in reality, it is a little bit different. It's going to be a little hard transitioning back to that game, but if they do make a remastered edition, it won't be too hard to get into. That is one of the biggest points that I do want to point out, is that if a remastered edition of the Modern Warfare collection is true, it'll be because everybody is getting tired of Call of Duty constantly evolving as a game through mechanics, through different types of aspects in the game. And I think this will be a good step, not only because they would be selling a ton of copies. I know personally for myself, I would buy this collection, but also because it kind of gives you this perspective where you think to yourself, this is where Call of Duty really got its start. Call of Duty 4, and even going back as far as Call of Duty 2. But with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think that was definitely the pinnacle for a ton of people, as that was the game that really got them into playing the Modern Warfare series. So it's not just a game for us, it's a game for the developers to kind of look back at it and think to themselves, this is the starting point on the game that we are currently working with. So I feel like they'll take a look back at Call of Duty 4 and all the Modern Warfares, see what works for those games, see what kind of doesn't work too well, what needed to be fixed, and kind of integrate that into the further development of future Call of Duty titles. So with that said, is a Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered collection happening? Yes, it is. Is it happening this year? I personally hope so. I think it will. It all points to it. But if it isn't this year, then it will eventually happen. There is a lot there. There's a nice discussion to have had. So definitely let me know about the rumors. And if those rumors aren't really true and we only get Call of Duty Infinite Warfare this year, how would you feel about having a futuristic Call of Duty finally push the boundaries into a space theme Call of Duty? I'll leave you with those few questions, and as always, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.